We all love playing first-person shooters, but can you guys remember your first ever first-person shooter experience? For me, it's actually a game called Delta Force. But now in 2024, after decades later, there's another brand new sequel to this long-running franchise, which I'm personally super excited about. So this is an upcoming free-to-play shooter, Delta Force Havoc Warfare. We actually talked about this game in our channel before, a few months ago when they initially announced the game, but very recently we got a bunch of new information about the game, a brand new trailer showing up the game modes, the gunplay, destruction, maps, vehicles, and possibly an upcoming playable demo. So yeah, there's tons of things to go through, so let's talk all about it. Alright, for those who haven't heard about the game yet, Delta Force Havoc Warfare is a brand new cross-platform tactical first-person shooter, and it's going to be free to play and available on PC, on Steam, on PlayStation, Xbox, as well as, surprisingly, on Android and iOS as well. Yes, I had my concerns, the game being released on Android and iOS being a mobile version available, which I discussed about in my previous video, but at the same time it's not so surprised because the game was actually developed by Timmy Studios, which is a major game developing company when it comes to mobile. And these are the guys who are behind popular mobile shooters like Call of Duty Mobile and PUBG Mobile. But most of my concerns kinda ironed out after seeing the brand new trailer. Honestly, it looks so good, and they show us the gunplay, which is very similar to something like a modern day Call of Duty game, and the animation also looks pretty good and seems to be pretty polished, at least on the trailers. And they also show us the environmental destruction, the explosion, the vehicular combat including military tanks and helicopters, which is pretty similar to Battlefield games. So it's kind of feel like they're going for the combination of both of these games, the gunplay being more like Call of Duty, a bit more arcadey, but at the same time you got environmental destruction, vehicles, all those sort of large scale maps just like in a Battlefield game. So it's a nice combination to have, and hopefully it will come out good. And right now they announced 3 major game modes in the game, so whether you like to play more of a single player campaign mode, or kind of a co-op extraction game mode with your friends, or just the pure multiplayer PvP experience, this game got pretty much everything covered right now. Hopefully it will attract more of a larger audience. Alright, first game mode we got the single player campaign mode called Black Hawk Down, and this is going to be more of a remastered version of the old Delta Force Black Hawk campaign with iconic scenes, classic storyline and characters, which I'm super excited to play. I like single player campaigns, I know most of you guys do as well. Alright, next up we got a game mode called Hazard Operations. It's kind of a large scale 3-man extraction shooter, and if you ever played the most recent DMC game mode from the recent Call of Duty, this game mode is going to be very similar to that. You simply have to drop in with your squad and fight against this AI stronghold, ultimately complete objectives, extract valuable items of some sort, and finally make a successful extraction. And personally, this is the game mode that I'm most excited to play, because right now there is absolutely nothing on the market when it comes to a good free-to-play extraction shooter, so hopefully this game mode will come out good. And finally we got the PvP multiplayer mode called Havoc Warfare, which is going to be that large-scale 2-sided conquest style game mode from Battlefield games. And there's also going to be a class system in the game, different agents with unique skills and abilities, and this will include the classes like medic, engineer, support, and sniper. And alongside that, there will be a large-scale vehicular warfare, including modern-day tanks, Black Ops helicopters, lot of destruction and explosion. And also they mentioned the destruction in this game mode is not going to be like completely destructible environmental like in the games like Finals. Most of the structures and buildings in the map can be destroyable, so kind of have that nice balance. And the game will also offer these large-scale unpredictable maps divided into several map pools. Each will have a different single operation gameplay, allowing 20 to 64 players depending on the game mode. So very similar to Battlefield games. So seeing something like that in a free-to-play market definitely got me excited. I would say there is still no single game that kind of nailed this gameplay formula, especially when it comes to free-to-play games. Most of the games kind of died out. The games like World War 3 still hanging on its last breath when it comes to concurrent player numbers. So there is actually a great chance for this game to kind of shine through, but ultimately we have to wait and see how the game ended up at launch. There is a small Q&A section on their website right now which also reveals some information, interesting stuff about the game, which I will go through right now. First of all, they mentioned the majority of the game is going to be free to play, meaning there will be some paid DLCs coming up, and I'm thinking that is going to be that single player portion of the game, but it's something we have to wait and see. And also mentioning the game will be coming out on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Steam, Epic Games Store, as well as Android and iOS. Cause it's kind of surprising to see the game will be coming out for PS4, not for Xbox One consoles, but at the same time the game releasing on Android and iOS and available on PS4, meaning there will be a good chance the game will be super optimized for low to mid-range hardware, which is a great thing to see. And they also mentioned their goal is to make the game accessible for many players as possible. So it's something you should be excited about, especially if you get a low-end PC right now. And right now there is no exact release date for this game, but the game will be coming out in sometimes 2024. But they're going to start the alpha playtest period very soon, meaning we can get our hands-on experience with the game. So I recommend you guys to go ahead and pre-register on their website and keep up to date if you're excited to jump into the game as soon as possible. There is also a bunch of interesting information about crossplay and cross progression. Yes, the game will be support cross-platform progression, meaning you can carry it over your PC progression when you start playing on your mobile, which is great, but the default matchmaking will be separated, meaning if you're playing on mobile, you will play with other mobile players. But as a mobile player, there is an option that you can enable that will allow you to play with other PC players, so you can easily team up with your friends on another platform, meaning let's say if you're primarily playing on PC, you can easily invite your friends that are playing on mobile and start playing together, which is a great feature in my opinion. And also when it comes to game mode, they also mention about a battle royale mode, and they're saying currently they don't have a plan to add a battle royale mode to the game, but they will be keeping an eye on the player feedback in the future. And they also mention a bit about the monetization of the game, answering is there's going to be any microtransaction and pay to win elements, and they're saying that most of the stuff that you can buy is primarily going to be the cosmetic items such as weapon skins and operator skins, so there will be no any pay to win elements. So great stuff overall. Hopefully they will do a good job finalizing the game. So overall, personally, I'm super excited for this game and probably going to be one of the best free to play first person shooter releases that's going to happen in 2024, so I'm definitely keeping my eye on this game. So let me know down below what do you think about it. Are you excited to jump into the game? Definitely go ahead and pre-register on their website for more information, and I'm definitely going to keep you guys updated about the game in the future as well. So finally guys, as always, if you enjoyed the video so far, don't forget to go ahead and drop a like on the video and also subscribe to the channel. I catch you guys soon in my next video. Stay safe.